Hi guys and welcome back. Today I wanted to share my experience of living in a hotel for 90 days in one of the world's most densely populated cities, Hong Kong. As I mentioned in one of my last videos, I'm in Hong Kong right now and I've had to go through 21 days of quarantine at the airport hotel. I have since moved to another hotel which caters to the general public and I'm located in Hong Kong Island in one of the central districts. My hotel is near the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Centre and within walking distance to Wan Chai and Causeway Bay, one of the main commercial districts in the city. I'm also just a few minutes walk to the south side of the famous Victoria Harbour, so it's nice to live by the sea after living inland in the UK for so many years. Your first impression might be that it's super expensive, and you'd be right just a few years ago, but that is definitely not the case now. To be honest, before I came to Hong Kong, I was only expecting to be living here for the first month and then to be moving into a rented private apartment. In fact, it's actually saving me money because living in a hotel means a lot of things you would normally have to pay for separately are included. Utilities like electricity, water and internet access, whereas my bills for a studio apartment will vary depending on my actual use. My room is quite spacious at around 240 square feet, which is quite decent for Hong Kong standards, as there are plenty of studios that are smaller. If you are interested in a tour of my room, I will have a separate video for that, which should be uploaded a few days after this video is released. There are downsides to living in a hotel room, of course, and the downside here is that there are no kitchen facilities, so I do have to buy takeaway every day, but I don't find that a problem at all because for the last 2 years in the UK I've been eating almost exclusively at home. Actually, I've been working from home since March 2020 and in fact only been into the office on a few occasions in that period. So this whole working from home thing has actually helped me to adapt mentally to a situation that I probably would have found unbearable back in 2019. Eating out is a nice change, plus it's only temporary. There are so many options near me, including healthy options and cuisines from all over the world. This is probably one of the best places in the world to eat out. I do eventually want to be cooking again because I really like cooking and that is where my family comes from. In terms of how much it costs, right now I'm paying 11,500 Hong Kong dollars per month, which is around £1,100 in the UK where I was born. I checked prices back in 2019 using the Internet Archive's records for this hotel and apparently it would cost around 30,000 Hong Kong dollars per month, which is nearly 3 times more. The rate was around $1,000 per night back then, and I think that long stay bookings weren't a thing back then because there was no need and hotels had more business. People would just pay the set rate for a number of nights. So there is no way I would have been able to afford it back then. Looking at rental agency websites, private studio apartments in the same district still cost at least 15,000 to 20,000 Hong Kong dollars per month. And actually that does not include bills or furnishings unless you go for a serviced apartment. It won't be maintained as well and you don't get the easy option of changing rooms if there's a problem. Hong Kong's hotel business is probably the worst it's ever been due to the epidemic situation, and there are basically no tourists from abroad at the moment. So they're having to make do with local people and they've dropped their prices to cater to attract local business. My hotel has more than 500 rooms across 20 floors and I've asked the staff previously and they said they're less than half full at the moment and probably near to a quarter full, to be honest, based on what my observations. One of their targets is people who are looking for long stay periods and who would normally rent private apartments. The second target are locals who are looking for staycations because they are finding it difficult to fly abroad at the moment due to having to quarantine for 2 weeks when they return from abroad. So it's actually the combination of these factors that has given me the chance to afford living in a hotel in the centre of Hong Kong for so long. Obviously, my scenario is not going to be applicable to you if you are not currently here, and I am pretty certain that once the epidemic has cleared, I would expect hotels to put their prices back up, in which case it may be more affordable to live in an apartment. In normal times, most hotels like this one would provide cleaning services every day. For long stay guests like me, the hotel provides cleaning service 3 times a week. Personally, that is actually too much for me, since personally I only clean my room once a week at home. You can opt to have your sheets changed less frequently. It is up to you. The cleaners are really nice here. They are actually super enthusiastic about giving me free bottles of water, but since I mostly drink tap water that is boiled, I tell them that I don't need it. There are also free tea bags, and you can choose between Earl Grey, English breakfast, plus all the toiletries like tissues, toilet rolls, shampoo, shower gel, body lotion, conditioner are included. So you do indeed get the full hotel experience. The hotel also has a gym, a swimming pool and a sauna, and it's included in the monthly rent. However, the COVID restrictions has meant that the gym and pool has only been open during my first month of stay, and it then closed because of the COVID restrictions, and I haven't been able to use it since then. The sauna itself has actually never been open since I've been here. But of course, what I'm trying to say is that if I was living in a normal apartment, I would have to pay a separate membership fee for those facilities. In terms of my view, it's pretty typical for an urban area. I can see the street below and some tall buildings, but I can't really see far into the distance, as is the case if you live in a densely populated area in Hong Kong. Overall, I found living in a hotel a comfortable experience, and I would certainly recommend you consider this option if your budget allows before rushing into looking at apartments. Personally, it really isn't all that different to living in a studio apartment unless you like cooking your own food. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching this, and I hope you took something away from it. If you happen to come to Hong Kong or any other city around the world, I would suggest you look at the hotels to see if they are offering some specific packages for a monthly stay, like a private apartment. You might be saving some money there, so always worth checking out. Okay, see you in the next one.